Now, mums and dads should take up parenting classes as part of their normal lives and should even aspire to it, according to the Prime Minister. How to discipline their children would be a major part of that. David Cameron said, of course, children, don't come with a manual, but is it right that all of us get so little guidance? We all need more help with this, the most important job we will ever have. So I have to believe we now need to think about how to make it normal, even aspirational, to attend parenting classes. Well, Melissa Hood is the founding director of the Parent Practice. She joins me in the studio, as you can see. Very good afternoon to you, Melissa.
Thank you.
Tell us about the work that you do and who you help.
Well, at the Parent Practice, we've been operating for 12 years and we run parenting courses, workshops, consultations, and we see parents from all walks of life, but they're mainly fee-paying parents, and we're very excited at the idea that this may extend beyond those sorts of parents to everybody, because we all need it. And you know, everybody knows that when you're preparing to have a baby, you do an enormous amount of preparation in antenatal classes and so on, and then the baby's born and you're kind of left. And so we really want to make sure that parents have the support they need throughout their growing up years. It's the hardest job that we'll ever do, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. And it doesn't get easier, does it, as the kids get older? They say the bigger they are, the bigger the problems. But David Cameron acknowledges that there's probably a certain stigma associated with people getting help, because I guess personally, people would feel that they're perhaps failing and they don't want to acknowledge publicly that they need help. How do we overcome those barriers? Do people who come to you, do they talk about it with other people? Are they quite secretive about it? Is it a bit like, you know, going to an Alcohol Anonymous group?
Yes, well, it is a bit like that. And we've had parents who've come to us and they say, oh, God, I wish I'd come sooner, but I was feeling that I would be judged, because there's this idea that parenting ought to be instinctive, and it's not. It's a learned behaviour. You know, when I drive my car, I think I do it quite often in an instinctive way, but I haven't. I've spent a lot of hours and years learning how to drive, and parenting is very similar. And I think sometimes parenting gets a bad press, because when something comes up in the news and something's gone wrong, there's often an instinct to go and say, well, it's the parents' fault. And so the sort of headline stuff about parenting tends to be a bit negative. And then when there are initiatives like the Can Parent initiative, it tends to be targeted at parents who are in the more disadvantaged groups of society. And so I really like this idea that we're normalising it, and even the idea that it should be aspirational to go to a class, just the way you would an antenatal class.
The fear is from some that actually there are those who will see it as part of the nanny state, the government taking over, telling us how we should parent, telling us in particular, as I mentioned there, how we should discipline our children. Obviously, everybody has a different child. There's not a one-set approach that fits all. That clearly needs to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, at the Parent Practice, we believe that it's very important that whatever initiative is taken up, that it's not stigmatising, that it is supporting. And parenting is very personal. So it's really important that whatever programs are run, they're not judgmental. So when parents come to us, we take pains to get to know the individual person and understand their child, and make sure that what we're offering them is not telling them how to bring up their children, because everybody feels that they know their children, and they do. They're the experts on their child. But we offer resources, and we're certainly not telling them that they're getting it wrong, but we're offering them skills and resources that they need to do the best job that they can do with their children.
I think a lot of people just want to know they're not alone, don't they?
Yes.
That actually whatever issues they're having with their child, generally lots of other people have experienced them as well, and there is help out there. What are the key issues that you find parents come to you with?
Well, we've just written a book, Real Parenting for Real Kids, and in preparation for that we surveyed our parents, and they're still saying that the biggest issues they have are with cooperation and with discipline. And they want to be able to get their kids out of the house in the morning and to do their homework in the evening, and to stop them from
Melissa,
yelling at each other.
I can hear it all in my house as you speak, but you certainly offer practical solutions. Good to talk to you, Melissa Hood. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.